I'm here with Angela Brown, the founder of Hill and Hollow Music. Angela, you invited Jonathan Aceto to play here, as well as thousands of musicians from across the country, and the emphasis is chamber music. How do you define chamber music?
When people think of chamber music, they tend to think of a string quartet or a trio. But in fact, chamber music is much broader than that. We now include jazz ensembles. A bluegrass band might be considered chamber music.
So you bring chamber music to our area. How did Hill and Hollow Music get its start?
Well, I was fresh from an active performing career.
You were a singer.
That's right. I was trained at the Manhattan School of Music, and I had a career in classical vocal music, opera, and I found myself plunked here in the Adirondacks. And 25 years ago, there was not much going on in the arts around here, at least on a professional level. Meanwhile, I was teaching at the Crane School of Music and attending concerts by my colleagues, by other faculty members. And I thought to myself, wow, these guys are really good. It's a shame that they're only going to perform this program one time and then it's over. So Callum and I had been singing in the choir at the Saranac Methodist Church, and we always thought the acoustics there were great. We thought, wow, we could bring some of these colleagues to perform that same program in our community.
And you mentioned Callum. Please explain to the audience, who is Callum Smith?
Well, Callum was my husband, and together we founded this organization. And he practiced music as a hobby, but he was a trained singer.
And together you two founded Hill and Hollow Music. What is the mission of Hill and Hollow?
The mission of Hill and Hollow Music was to bring high-quality music, professional music, into our community. And one of our objects was to keep the cost low, to make it affordable. We wanted to make it available for all to enjoy.
So you bring these professional musicians here to the Adirondacks. They can come from anywhere in the country, and they stay at Weatherwatch Farm, where you live, but where exactly do they stay?
They stay right here in this house, which is a guest house, and artists will come here to work on a particular project. They'll have a residency, can last a week or two. Perhaps they're preparing a program to take on tour, or sometimes they want to make a recording. We've had recordings take place right here in this room.
Yeah, what I love about Hill and Hollow Music is they're not just here to do one performance for the public. They do so many other things. What else do they do?
Perhaps they'll go into the school and work with the kids in the band or the orchestra. They'll give a workshop. They will go into a senior living facility and perform for people that are not able to get out.
So musicians come here, they stay in your lovely guest house, they might be recording music, they go into schools, they perform for the community. What kinds of musicians are you bringing to the Adirondacks?
We're bringing in pros, people, ensembles who tour all over the country and internationally.
Feeling good, like I should. I'm a cowboy too.
They're performing on a very high level. These are ensembles that you would hear in major concert halls around the world.
Another thing that I think is wonderful about your organization is the musicians sometimes directly benefit other organizations in this community. Let's talk about what happened when Journey West came and performed.
Yes. Journey West is an ensemble with a big social conscience. 4 of the members are refugees from the Middle East, and they're here because they can't go home. The situation there is dire. We had 2 concerts, and they were for the benefit of a local organization called Plattsburgh Cares, because we are having issues in our own community with refugees and asylum seekers. And this group is trying to help these people.
And I understand Journey West had members from Iraq and Iran. Where else have your performers come from?
Gosh, they've come from everywhere. Of course, Canada and Mexico and Cuba. In Europe, Germany, the Netherlands, France, Russia, Israel, Japan, Korea, Australia, South Africa.
And while they're here, they get to experience this gorgeous environment that you have here at Weatherwatch Farm.
Yes, they love coming here. They love the beauty of the region. They like our audience. Our audience treats them like royalty.
And in the case of Jonathan Aceto, the electric violinist, he's someone from this region, a world-class performer who is from this region. How do you enjoy hosting those people?
Oh my goodness. It's really fun to bring back a local. And of course, when they perform here, they bring into the audience all their former friends and teachers, and that's really fun. Jonathan has been here a number of times.
As has Suvin Kim.
He's been here a lot, and he loves coming back.
In 2002, didn't you commission a piece for Suvin Kim?
Yes, and that was Suvin's idea. And the piece was called Autumn Variations. I happen to see the composer David Ludwig every summer when I go to another festival. And I asked him, do people still play that piece, Autumn Variations? And he says, yes, he gets requests all the time for this work.
So that's another thing Hill and Hollow Music can do. It can help create the music by commissioning.
That's right.
So what can people expect from a Hill and Hollow Music performance?
They can expect a lovely Sunday afternoon experience and visit a historic country church, a beautiful church with lovely acoustics. A concert will usually last about 90 minutes. We have an intermission with punch and cookies. Sometimes we have a concert in the clubhouse of the volunteer fire department. Often we put jazz concerts there. Sometimes we'll have a concert in the living room of our home, a house concert, or at another church in a neighboring village in Redford.
And you have a major celebration coming up. What's on the schedule for that?
It's going to be a big party to launch our 25th anniversary season. We have 2 music ensembles. In the afternoon, it's called the Enora Brass Quintet, and that features a local artist, Lori Salamando Porter, and they're going to play Americana and jazz. Later on, after a meal and silent auction and stuff, we'll have a Zydeco band that we're bringing up from Louisiana. And that's kind of party music, African-American, Creole, mix music, very exciting.
So how does Hill and Hollow afford to bring in these world-class musicians to the Adirondacks?
We do take pride in the fact that we pay our artists well. So we request an admission donation at the door. This brings in some funds, of course, but not all. We're incorporated as a 501c3 organization, which means that we can apply for grants, and we have received grant funding over the years. But most importantly, we can accept donations from members in the community, and our friends have been very generous to us.
What are you looking forward to in the fall?
Well, we got a great lineup of local artists and world-famous artists coming. First and foremost, we have the klezmer clarinet great, David Krakauer is coming. The Horshovsky Trio are coming. They perform all over the world. Those are a few of the people we're bringing in.
A lot to look forward to. Well, best of luck to you, Angela, as we celebrate 25 years of Hill and Hollow music on August 10th, and as we move forward with more music ahead. Learn about upcoming events and the 25th Anniversary Gala at hillandhollowmusic.org.